Brothers, we have a message from another world. It reads, 1, 2, 3.
The press had a field day.
If the mystical 1, 2, 3 was impulsed from Mars, as Tesla says, they certainly showed most excellent taste in choosing Colorado Springs. It is a rule in inventional science. When you're going to tell one, tell a good one. And men have become great in this way. Colorado Springs Gazette.
Though widely ridiculed for his claim, Tesla may have been the first to detect radio waves from space.
I believe that Tesla could have gotten these signals from space. We are getting them today, and these are the radio telescopes. That's what radio telescopes do today, receive signals from space.
At the conference, Tesla announced that he was receiving an electrical signal which appears to be intelligent. The signal was clearly repeated periodically with such a clear suggestion of number and order. This led him to believe that the signal was extraterrestrial communication with aliens. At first he assumed they were originating from Mars.
If in a thunderstorm, the Earth is struck by lightning, the force creates concentric waves which slowly expand to circle the world until they come back to where they started. This proves to us that the Earth's crust is a conductor of electrical energy. Now, if we were to produce large quantities of electrical energy, and if we directed it into the Earth's crust, then that energy would travel in concentric waves.
There were rumors you went to Colorado Springs in order to contact Mars. Is that true?
It is possible for us to send out waves which can travel around the world. There are waves as well which can travel into space.
How are you going to talk with them?
I never intended to. However, I recorded certain electrical impulses of unknown origin, and these were repeated at constantly timed intervals. It's possible they were a kind of signal from space.
And did you in turn send them a message?
Ask the Martians that question.
But you did send some sort of signal.
A signal which might not be received for 1,000,000 years.
Therefore, Mr. Tesla, you do believe communication with distant worlds may someday be possible.
Perhaps they've been sending us messages for ages, but we aren't aware of it.
Mr. Tesla, what's that big pile of papers down there on the floor?
My file on the work in Colorado Springs.
Can you tell us what's in it?
It's a new electrical system.
This incident was the first of many in which Tesla intercepted what he felt were intelligent signals from space. At the time, it was surmised by prominent scientists that Mars would be a likely haven for intelligent life in our solar system, and Tesla at first thought these signals may be originating from the Mars. He would later change this viewpoint as he became more adept at translating the mysterious signals. Near the end of his life, Tesla had developed several inventions that allegedly could send powerful amounts of energy to other planets. By 1920, Tesla had grown confident that he was able to make sense of the strange radio broadcasts from space. However, soon afterwards, Tesla began to express great concerns about beings from other planets who had unsavory designs for planet Earth. The signals are too strong to have traveled the great distances from Mars to Earth, wrote Tesla. So I am forced to admit to myself that the sources must come from somewhere in nearby space or even the moon. I am certain, however, that the creatures that communicate with each other every night are not from Mars, or possibly from any other planet in our solar system. Today, there are those who believe Nikola Tesla was listening to a transmission from an orbiting satellite of unknown origin. Could the transmissions be coming from the Black Knight satellite? Guglielmo Marconi, an Italian inventor and electrical engineer, known for his pioneering work on long-distance radio transmissions, picked up strange radio messages from space. In London, January 28, 1920, in an interview granted to an editor of Daily Mail, Guglielmo Marconi asserts that, The radio telegraph stations often receive radio signals of which nobody until now, it is successful to discover the origin. They are signals surely sent from great distance, and outside of the terrestrial atmospheric zone because they are at the same time picked up by distant radio telegraph stations, like London or New York. It has not been possible, Guglielmo Marconi says, to decipher some comprehensible message even if it uses a kind of Morse alphabet that are repeated many times. Marconi says that the scientific investigations over the origin of the signals are continuing and that it cannot give some reliable explanation of the phenomenon but not exclude that these radio signals can come from other planets or from the sun. The Daily Mail closes the interview to Marconi and it wonders if we do not find ourselves already at the best of the greatest discovery that mankind can make, to enter in communication with people of other planets. Also, in the 1920s, amateur ham radio operators around the world were able to receive this same signal.